Yeah.
How about that?
I would rather ask that. I mean, it just makes more sense.
Can I take you out for coffee one of these days?
Yeah. Going to take you out for coffee or a mocha or whatever you drink.
Kate says, why would either one of you want to ask an old guy for sex? I'm talking about Dan here. Come on.
Whoa, wait a minute. I know we were talking about a guy.
No, we were talking about these young women that are working for him. And he comes out and he admits that he said that, but it wasn't harassment. They took it as harassment. What do you call that? Is that harassment? Or if you go up and you start asking about their I don't know, what do you call it? Was it a fantasy or maybe in some weird twisted sense? Because he also asked if another woman, if she ever had sex with an older man and if she liked it. Now, I would consider that harassment.
Yeah.
It wasn't done in a joking fashion. It was done for him to get down their pants.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those are the guys that I want to guard my daughters from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't ever want those old creepers sitting around. You know, and here's the thing. There's going to be people, he comes from a different time. No, that doesn't work for me. That's not an excuse.
These are going to be the same people, Hans, that said the same thing about Donald Trump, what he did in his past. It would be the same people that would be like, well, Donald Trump is so terrible, and then all of a sudden now they flip-flopped because it's Cuomo.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Trump. I won't excuse him for any of those things.
No, I won't either. But, that's locker room talk. I'm just going to be honest with you.
It was locker room talk, and we've all said something stupid, but I'll tell you the difference. This is what they claim is, or he's claiming is just them misidentifying what he's saying. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, Donald Trump, one of the girls that accused him of harassment, he took her out on a date. He opened the door for her. He walked her into the big hotel, walked her up to the not the stairs. What do you call it? These morning things. I don't know what it is. Not the escalator, not the frickin', what is it? The elevator.
Yeah.
He walks her up to the elevator. He gave her a kiss. And she said basically that, thank you, but I'm not interested. Complete gentleman. He backed off. He said, thank you for the wonderful night. And he left. Never harassed her, never nothing.
Right.
Now, they called that harassment.
Wow. And she just let it go. And then all of a sudden, now everything comes full circle. But,
right. I mean, it's sickening. I think that he did everything right. If he did make a mistake, this is what you do. Yeah. If you're a guy and you're going in for that kiss, you can't do 100%. You can't bend your face 100%. It's got to be 90-10. You got to go 90% of the way. She's got to come 10, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's been a while since you've tried to actually reach out and kiss somebody, right?
Yeah, about a couple of years.
Okay, so it's got to be 90-10. Can't go full 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You got any other suggestions, Casanova? Come on.
I don't know. He could have handled this in a lot better way, though.
Well, all of them could. And you know what? I'm tired of the excuses.
I think that's what I am. I'm tired of him making an excuse. He gets away with it.
All of them.
Well, he gets away with it.
Right.
DJT, Donald J. Trump, never got away with it. They've tried to keep rehashing the same old crap over and over. Right. And that's why they want to try a third impeachment. More waste of our taxpayers' dollars, Hans.
It is.
It's sickening. It is very sickening.
We were listening to, who was it last night? Terrence Williams. And he was saying that he had heard that a third impeachment is on the way.
I heard the same thing.
Gosh, I'm so sick of this.
I am.
I want the impeachments to be done. Do something for the American people.
And it's Pelosi doing it.
Well,
and Schumer.
It's all of them. It's these rotten politicians. Every single one of them. Somebody said last night to me, they're like, just because you don't like either party doesn't mean you're apolitical. I said, you're damn right. This is a super progressive who calls himself a genius. I said, you're exactly right. Being apolitical means you understand that it doesn't matter who's in your government, and that if they have effectively left the representation of the people that they do represent, they are inherently evil. That is what apolitical means to me.
Right? And it should mean that.
Right. Yeah. So all of these rotten, dirty scoundrels.
On both sides, middle.
Right. They're all like this. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
And with this two-tier justice system we have, none of these people are going to face anything.
No.
Wouldn't you say? I mean, they
money
won't.
buys their way out of these sweet deals that they make with the judges and stuff.
Well, speaking of judges, I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Kansas, the state of Kansas, that is.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Listen to this. Kansas Supreme Court suspends a judge from the bench. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Me neither. Guess why they suspended him?
Why?
Because of his foul mouth.
Oh.
Now, I can think of a lot of things that, maybe they're not wrong here, but how about suspending judges that don't do their job?
Right.
Would you rather have a judge that does his job
Yeah.
and once in a while lets the F-bomb slip, or
Yeah.
maybe none of it? Maybe we don't want any of it. However, listen to this. Belle Plaine, Kansas, a foul-mouthed Kansas judge accused of bigotry who cursed at courthouse employees so often that a trial clerk kept a swear journal documenting his obscene outburst was on Friday suspended from the bench for 1 year. The Kansas Supreme Court called Montgomery County Judge F. William Cullen's behavior quite troubling, while meting out a punishment that was harsher than the censure and coaching that a disciplinary panel had recommended last year. They said he has intimidated and publicly humiliated court employees. He has shown bias and the appearance of bias by his insulting and careless remarks, even while on the bench and presiding over hearings, by his coarse language in the courthouse, and he has sullied the dignity and propriety of the judiciary, the court said in its decision. What do you think about that?
I think judges get away with way more than any other official. Because
I think they can.
Because of their high, you know what I'm saying, they're considered the superior ones.
They are. So then we switch to the other side. There's a story out of Santa Clara, California today that says that a high court issued an order last Friday. These churches got together and said the state won't let us come together.
Right.
And this court told California it cannot bar in-person worship in the churches. What do you think of that?
Hey, that's going to fall on the Constitution.
Right. Now, it does say that it can limit the amount of people in there, which you got to think. They can limit the amount of people that go into bars. They can limit the amount of people that go into eating institutions.
Yes.
They can limit the amount of people in a mall.
Yep.
So I guess churches kind of fall into that line. But all those other places haven't been barred for as long as the churches. So the churches just got tired of it and said, listen, the state of California is barring us from worshiping our God together.
Right.
And this judge in California, which just blows my mind, said, you're right.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
It is.
Maybe finally we got one in California that's following the Constitution.
Maybe. Well, listen to this. So do you know how there are stereotypes of people?
Yeah.
Like Ohio, for example. When you think about Ohio people, you think about nuts.
Yeah.
Right?
That's Cleveland.
Nutty.
Yeah.
Ohio State Buckeye. A Buckeye's a nut.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are just nutty from out there, right?
Yeah.
And, nutty, peanut butter day. It goes together. Yeah. Well, when you think of people from Wisconsin, most of the time you think of alcoholics.
Or cheeseheads.
Or cheeseheads. One of the two. A lot of beer drinking, a lot of cheese eating.
Yeah.
A lot of Packer watching.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, listen to this. Police arrest 3 different people for drunk driving in a Milwaukee area crash. Listen to this. This incident happened shortly before 3 a.m., which means in Wisconsin, the bar time is 2 o'clock.
I guess we could call this story Old Milwaukee's Best.
Right. It says, when a man driving a Ford F-250 pickup went the wrong way on a 4-lane highway in Mount Pleasant, which is really close to Milwaukee, collided head-on with the motorist in a GMC Yukon. Shortly thereafter, a man in a Chevrolet Equinox crashed into the F-250 also. Police said in a release that all three were intoxicated. Now, you want to talk about that? I mean, just,
They're crazy. That sounds just like something out of a Hollywood movie.
Well, does this just not go along with the stigma
It does.
that Wisconsin carries?
Yeah.
Does it not?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not being bigoted. We're not being racist. We're not being, what would you call that? Like if you were.
We're not being politically correct here. It's just
Well,
happened.
we're not being politically
It just
correct.
happened.
Well,
It's just
and
the
it
way
happens
things-
a lot.
Right. And things do happen. That's where society needs to realize. I know it may sound like something out of Hollywood, this story, but hey, it happened. It's real.
Well, okay, so listen to this. So the
Damn
police,
real. Okay.
listen to this guy's name, okay? You think of Milwaukee and you get the stigma, Germantown, right?
Yeah.
Germans. Craig Herbenschmeiter. Literally. Craig Herbenschmeiter, 56 of Racine, was charged with first offense operating while intoxicated and driving the wrong way on a divided highway. Christopher Sanchez, 33 of Racine, was charged with his first offense OWI. And Herbert Aguirre Lopez, 45 of Kenosha, was charged with his third offense OWI.
Oh, wow.
So two of them got, I'm sure they're going to get tickets, and one's probably going to get probation because I think in Wisconsin you can get like 40 DUIs before you actually go to jail.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
It's more of a money-making scheme up there in Wisconsin. So, it is what it is. One more thing before we go. We were talking about the $15 an hour minimum wage last week that they wanted to put in the bill. And I said, it's DOA. They can't even do it. It's illegal.
Right.
However, they're not removing any of the money that was supposed to go to jumpstarting that $15 an hour, but they're not going to get the $15 an hour federal minimum wage passed. But the whole $1.9 trillion is probably going to go through. What do you think of that?
It's wrong because this is something that they harped on when he got in there that they were going to pass it through the Democrats.
Do you mean he's not doing something that he said he was going to do?
I know. Imagine that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Hey,
Yeah.
it is.
But yet
It doesn't
they'll take
matter.
But they'll take that money and spend it somewhere where it doesn't need to be spent.
Well, let me tell you something, folks. We are watching, and be careful where you lay the blame. Be careful how bad you razz people about this. He's doing everything by executive order because Congress does nothing. Same thing with Donald Trump. If you remember what the Republicans say they were going to get through in the last 4 years, they didn't do anything. They got taxes kind of done.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep.
And now we're here with Biden, and all the things the Democrats promised they were going to get done isn't going to happen. So Republican, Democrat, do nothing, talk out the side of their face, blah, 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 bunch of do nothing a-holes. That's what I say.
Exactly.
It's 10 o'clock on Morning Crankers. This first day of March, folks. We love you. Do you love them?
Love you guys.
And
Love
remember,
you guys.
it's National Compliment Day. So go out, give somebody a compliment.
Yes.
Turn that frown upside down. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
We love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Compliment that significant other, guys. All right.